Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's Lou Tompkins All-Star League 18 and under summer baseball contest between visiting Medford North End and hosting Brookline. It's a high-stakes rematch between these two teams as we enter the final week of the regular season for this summer league. Brookline enters the contest with the better record at 8-4 compared to the Medford North End Co-op's record of 5-7. Medford North End currently one game out of a playoff spot as the top 8 teams will continue their season into the playoffs next week. Brookline tied for 4th at the moment, sitting one game behind, I believe, Waltham. But this a rematch of an earlier matchup that the two teams played out in East Boston. Medford, the home team for that game, and they came away with a late game win, 8-6. Brookline came back from a 5-1 deficit to take a 6-5 lead late into the contest. But Medford North End answered right back with a 3-run rally of their own to take the win. We'll see what happens here. I'm going to fill in the lineups as I go. Sorry for the late start. Medford North End was about one player shy of a full lineup when I arrived, so we kind of had to, make sure we had all the players we needed to get this game underway. But we will soon be getting this one going. Brookline, winners of their last 2 contests, having outscored their opponents 21-4 over the last 2 games. Starting on the mound for Brookline, you saw number 34, Nico Hart. He's making his 3rd appearance of the summer, his 2nd start. He's only pitched 3 innings so far this summer with an ERA of 4.67, a whip of 2.33, and 4 strikeouts. He's been kind of limited by some elbow issues, but he was a very strong pitcher for the Brookline High School varsity team in the spring. So we'll see how he handles starting duties here today. They got a few players back in the lineup after having missed a number of outings. Keenan Sawada's back. Justin Liu is back. I saw Ben Cody among the players warming up, and I saw a new arrival, or I should say a new old arrival of sorts, as number 18 Tae To, who was a big contributor for last year's summer squad, is back in a Brookline uniform. But for now, we're getting this one started. First pitch coming up. And it is fouled off for strike 1. Now, unfortunately, I do not have the lineup for Medford North End just yet. I'm going to get it as I go. This pitch fouled off for strike 2. Oh, and 2, the count to the leadoff batter. And he hits a grounder. It's a little slow, fielded it short, thrown to first, and well snagged at first by Adam Rosenblatt for out number 1 off the throw from shortstop Caden Sheehan. Again, when it comes to getting the lineup for Medford North End, I'm just kind of waiting on updates from Game Changer to get that. In the meantime, we got the second batter up, bases empty, nobody out. First pitch comes high and inside for ball 1. Swing and a miss there, strike 1. This one sliced. It's going to stay in the infield. Rosenblatt tracking it, and he's got it for out number 2. Infielders doing their job so far. We got a ground out and a pop out to get us started here in the top of the first. Now batting is number 37. First pitch fouled off, strike 1. That one in there, strike 2. In there, strike 3. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Nico Hart puts him down in order to start us off. So now we await the Brookline starting lineup. And it's going to be number 37 starting. That is Hale, the starting pitcher for Medford North End. Like I said, I'm going to try and pick things up as I go. Hale was a big contributor offensively for Medford North End the last time they played Brookline. He had an explosive day, 3 for 4, almost hit for the cycle, had a single, double, and triple, 1 stolen base, 1 run scored, and 3 RBI, including a go-ahead 2-run single late in the game. In the meantime, the pre-inning warm-ups are done. Brookline coming to the bat. And leading off for the first time in a little while, it is the second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. Sawada absent for about a week and a half, but now back in the batter's box, leading off for Brookline. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Sawada, up until his absence, had a slash line of 235, 459, 294 as he takes strike 1 there. Sawada leads the team still in stolen bases with 8. He's tied for the team lead in runs scored with 10, and he's got 2 RBI. takes a high one, ball 2. Sawada last time against Medford, he went 2 for 4 with a steal, a run, and an RBI. Was a part of that late game rally to help give Brookline a late lead, which unfortunately they couldn't hold on to. And I guess I lost track of pitches there. I thought one of those was a strike, but in fact, Sawada's got himself a leadoff walk. Team leader in stolen bases, back on the base paths, right where Brookline wants him. And now batting, I believe, is the catcher, number 8, Ben Doctorow. First pitch is a ball. Sawada taking off, no hesitation. Throw is wild and deep into center field, but Sawada gonna hold as he extends his team lead in swipes with his 9th stolen base of the summer. In the box, like I said, the catcher, number 8, Ben Doctorow. Slice that one foul for strike 1. Doctorow, a very productive summer so far. 371, 463, 400 his slash line. A team leading 13 hits, 5 steals, tied for the team lead with 10 runs and 8 RBI to boot. Slices this one foul for strike 2. Last time against Medford, he went 1 for 3 with a walk, a steal, and a run scored. He's coming off a very nice day on both sides of the ball against the base last week as he takes strike 3 there. Doctorow reached base safely all 4 times against the base, but he goes down on strikes that time. One down here in the bottom of the first, now batting the left fielder, number 44, Justin Liu, and he's going to take a high ball 1. Liu, so far this summer, leading the team in batting average and on-base percentage, .538 and .714 respectively. Also .538 slugging, 7 steals, 8 runs, 2 RBI. As he takes ball 2 there. Liu missed the past couple of games, but back in the lineup as he takes a high ball 3. Liu, of course, the guy who filled in that leadoff spot for a large chunk of Sawada's absence and did so very well. Now it's Sawada back. They can both take a spot near the top of the order. And they can both draw a 4-pitch free pass as Liu trots down to first. Now batting, the center fielder, number 15, Owen Hoffman. Sawada taking off for third, pitches in for a ball, and Sawada comes in safe, and Liu takes advantage and rushes down to second. Sawada came into third a little awkwardly, came in standing up. Almost got a little risky that time, but he does get the successful steal. 2 runners now in scoring position for Hoffman here. Takes a high ball 2. Hoffman, of course, had a huge day against Medford last time. 3 for 4 with a double, a steal, and 3 RBI, including a go-ahead 2-run double late in the game to cap off that big rally that temporarily gave Brookline the lead. And, of course, he leads the team in RBI with 10 so far this summer. And he's just going to draw a 4-pitch free pass. Hale's struggling a bit with his control early in this one. And there's a timeout called as coming to the plate for Brookline with the bases loaded. And 1 out is number 28, Michael Doherty. First pitch is gonna... Oh, I think that actually hit the zone. I'm not sure. I think that was a ball, but I'm not sure. Might have just been a late call strike. We'll see. That one definitely in there for a strike. It's either 1-1 or 0-2. I'm not sure. That one's going to skip in for a ball. And 2-1 is the count, so that first pitch was a ball. Doherty so far this season, 5 for 8, 1 double, 2 walks, 1 hit by pitch, 1 steal, 4 runs, 6 RBI. As that one is going to miss. 3-1. 1 ball away from a bases loaded walk here, as Brookline's already drawn 3 free passes, all 3 of those coming on 4 pitch at bats. Now we've got a 3-1 count to Doherty. And Doherty slices this one foul. It's a full count. Doherty did not play the last time against Medford. Hits one past the first baseman into right field. That's bouncing along the line. That one is going to drive into Michael Doherty. Gets the scoring started with a 2-run single up the line. Doc MD with the perfect medicine there to put Brookline on the board. Sawada and Liu both score. Hoffman down to third, and a pickoff attempt, and Doherty just barely gets back safely. At the plate now, I believe this is the shortstop, number 7, Mayfield-Sheehan, as he fouls off the first pitch for strike 1. Runners at the corners. It is a prime stealing spot for Brookline with Hoffman at third and Doherty at second. Sheehan so far this summer, 5 for 8, 1 double, 2 walks, 1 hit by pitch, 1 steal. Oh, no, wait, I'm reading the wrong thing. I'm so sorry. As that one's fouled off, Doherty did take off, but he has to retreat. I still had Doherty's stats pulled up on my thing. In fact, Sheehan has been hitting with a slash line of 381, 458, 429, with 2 stolen bases, 7 runs scored, and 8 RBI. So he's been pretty productive this summer, and he's got a good chance to add to that production here, but facing an 0-2 count. Doherty takes off again, and Sheehan does go. Could not hold back his swing. Doherty does steal second, but there's now 2 down. As up comes the first baseman, number 17, Adam Rosenblatt. First pitch is going to miss for ball 1. Runners at second and third with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Rosenblatt caught chasing the off-speed there. So far this summer, Rosenblatt, 333, 419, 333. 3 steals, 4 runs, 6 RBI. That one hits the zone for strike 2. Brookline trying to add to their 2-0 lead. Makes contact. It's a blooper right at the shortstop, and that'll be out number 3. Got jammed inside. One of those ones where you just hope it goes to the right spot, and that one did not. That's going to end the first inning. Our score after 1, Brookline 2, Medford North End 0. Nico Hart returning to the mound for his second inning of work. So Sawada and Liu got right back to doing what they do best. Getting on base, moving along the base paths, and ultimately scoring. Michael Doherty, in his first game back with the team in a little bit, takes care of business himself with a nice 2-run single up the line. Now leading off for Medford North End appears to be number 27. First pitch can just miss for ball 1. Swing and a miss there for strike 1. Hart's been doing a good job throwing strikes so far. As I jinx that one a bit, and he misses high for ball 2. Swing and a miss there, strike 2. And he's got to keep attacking the zone consistently, inning after inning, if he wants to go deep into this game. So that one comes in low for ball 3. Because when at-bats get drawn out the way this one kind of is, that ups your pitch count, and that can up the wear on the arm. That one's going to miss for ball 4. Even if the guy had swung at it, might have had a chance to reach on the passed ball. So that was Jay Duncan, who leads off with a walk. Number 27 now at first base. Now batting is number 5. First pitch is high for ball 1. And keep an eye out for those high pitches. That's a tactic that teams often use when there's a runner on who's a threat to steal, is you want to give your catcher a bit of a head start in the throwing motion, like here on the attempted pickoff, but Duncan dives back safely. Because as you can see, Doctoroff doesn't have to hop up when that high pitch comes in. And so sometimes teams will purposely throw high just so their catcher will have a quicker motion to throw. Runner taking off. It's another high ball. Throw down to second. It's close. He got him. Doctoroff with the quick release down to second. Nice catch and tag by Sawada. It is a 3-0 count to number 5, but Duncan thrown out on the base paths for out number 1. That one in for a strike. And that one's going to miss low for ball 4. Back-to-back walks for Medford, and now number 8, Slow, coming up to the plate. As number 5, Dyer, stands at first. First pitch swung on and missed, strike one. Now slow, I believe I do remember from the last time these two teams played, although I had it mislabeled as low, as he fouls that one off for strike two. Last time, Slow went 1 for 2 with a walk, a hit by pitch, and an RBI against Brookline. He was also the relief pitcher who ended up with both a blown save and a win, as he gave up the go-ahead runs to Brookline, but then was still the pitcher on record who finished the game with the lead. As he fouls this one off, remains 0-2. In that outing, he went 1 2/3 innings. Did not allow any runs, as the only runs that scored on him were inherited runs that he inherited from the starting pitcher Lally. He allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, and struck out 1. Runner taking off, pitch is high for a ball and was a bit too far inside, too close to the batter. No way he could make a throw there, and Dyer moves down to second. That one inside for ball 2. Fouled off again. Slow refuses to give an easy out for Hart. This one popped up into shallow left, and it's tracked by Lou for out number 2. Gave it a battle, but ultimately goes down on the flyout. Now batting is number 2, who I believe I saw on the back of the jersey is Mac. That pitch inside for ball 1. Mac, of course, had an inside the park home run last time against Brookline, hitting one into that deep East Boston Memorial Park outfield and able to go all the way around the bases. That one missed for another ball. Attempted pickoff is not in time. Dyer gets back safe, and it's a 2-0 count to Mac. Takes another one inside for ball 3. Hart having a little trouble with control, as they call a bit of a timeout. Mac's full hitting line that last game against Brookline, 2 for 3 with that inside the park home run, a hit by pitch, a steal, a run, and 2 RBI. And now up here facing a 3-0 count with 2 down and a runner at second, his team trailing by 2. And that one is going to miss inside for ball 4, so Mac draws the free pass. Now coming up is number 18, didn't quite see the name. First pitch, slices it foul, strike 1. First and second, 2 down here on the top of the second inning. This one fouled off for strike 2. A quick 0-2 count. Runners taking off, and this one lifted out to right. Doherty on his horse, and it's over his head. One run is going to come in. Mac's going to race around third and head for home. And sliding into second with a double is number 18, whose name I'm hoping he turns around, but it doesn't look like he will. That's going to tie the game. A big 2-out, 2-strike swing from number 18. As he gets the double there to bring in 2 runs. First pitch to the new batters, strike 1. Swing and a miss there, strike 2. That one just a bit outside for ball 1. At the plate, I believe, is number 19, Lally. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So Medford answers Brookline right back. Big 2-out hit from number 18. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got ourselves kind of a ball game here, don't we? Nuts. Sorry, I thought I could catch the last name on the back of the jersey for 18, but couldn't get it in time. We'll get it. But either way, we have now got the full set of positions. Full batting order for Medford so far through the first 2 innings. And now, not sure who's batting for Brookline at this moment. First pitch is lifted. It's a pop-up, and it's caught by Mac for out number 1. That was the extra hitter, number 19, Ben Rosenblatt. Popped that one up for out number 1. Now batting is the pitcher, number 34, Nico Hart. First pitch in there, strike 1. Hart still searching for his first hit of the summer. He is 0 for 11 with 1 run scored as a pinch hitter. Takes ball 1 there. And that one hits him. Well, not quite a base hit. Hart reaches base safely for what I believe is the first time this summer. And now, I believe, I think at the plate is the third baseman, number 21, Jimmy DiPaolo, as he lifts one out to right center, and it's going to drop in safely for a single. Jimmy DiPaolo, who was 2 for 9 coming into today, hadn't played in a good bit, comes through with a nice hit there. And now with runners at first and second, we cycle back around to the top of the order with the second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada. First pitch going to miss, ball 1. Sawada, of course, drew a leadoff walk his last time up, stole second and third, and later came in to score. Shows bump, pulls back, and it's a passed ball, and the runner is taking off. Hart slides in and just barely gets there. I wonder if the pulled back bunt might have thrown the catcher off or something. But either way, runners move to second and third on the passed ball. Prime chance for Brookline to score and go back ahead as Sawada takes a high ball 3. 3-0 the count. Runners at second and third. 1 down here in the bottom of the second. That one hits the zone, strike 1. All the infielders pulled in onto the edge of the grass, but it's going to be a walk. Sawada loads the bases with his second walk of the day, now batting the catcher, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. First pitch in there, strike 1. Doctoroff went down on strikes his last time up. With the bases loaded and 1 out, he's hoping to do a little more this time. And that one gets away, and the runners hold after a favorable ricochet for Medford off the backstop. And a delayed swing, he lifts it. It's going to stay in the infield and be caught by Mack for out number 2. The infield's pop-up cannot move the runners, and just like that, it's 2 down now with the bases loaded. Brookline still desperately trying to get a runner home. Now up the left fielder, number 44, Justin Liu. First pitch, big swing, fouled off. Liu, his last time up, he drew a walk, stole second, and later came in to score. That one gets away, and this time Hart's taking off. He can't hesitate. He has to dive, and he dives around the tag, and he's safe. A slow charge to the plate by Hale proves costly there as the wild pitch brings Hart home for Brookline's third run, as they are back in the lead. Runners at second and third now. Count is 1-1. And that one is going to get away, and DiPaolo taking off, but this time they're going to get him. DiPaolo thrown out at home on the wild pitch. We almost saw the same result for Hart, but this time with DiPaolo charging in, Hale showing no hesitation in racing to cover the plate, and Duncan able to make a nice move to recover the ball off the backstop and make that throw home. Through 2, our score, Brookline 3, Medford North End 2. I see we've got one note in our live chat. Sorry for a bit of a late reaction to it. But one of our regular viewers, Barbara Jo Metzger, go Brookline from Buffalo, New York. Thanks as always for tuning in, Barbara. We're back to the top of the order in the top of the third for Medford North End. As leading off will be the player with no jersey number, the first baseman. First pitch comes in low for ball 1. Last time up, the numberless player grounded out to short. And now he hits another grounder, this one to second, fielded cleanly by Sawada, thrown to first for the 4-3 ground out. Now batting is the shortstop, number 23, Whitson. Whitson popped out to first his last time up. Takes one outside for ball 1 there. Lifts that one down the left field side. It's going to drop foul, but Lou is going to chase it down for the out. Justin Lou hopping on his horse and chasing that one down for the second out of the inning. Now batting, the pitcher, number 37, Hale. Fouls that one off for strike 1. Last time up, Hale went down on strikes to end the first inning. And once again, he is up with the bases empty and 2 out. That one in there, strike 2. That one is low for ball 1. Hits a hard liner. That's going to bounce into center field cleanly for a 2-out single. Hale gets on base. Now batting the catcher, number 27, Duncan. First pitch in there, strike 1. Duncan, his last time up, he drew a walk, but he was thrown out at second on an attempted steal. Fouls this one off. And you could hear that catching the wrong part of the bat from over here. Now Duncan, of course, well, he did get thrown out on the base paths his last time as a runner. He also threw out a runner at home to end the bottom of the second inning. That one's going to miss for ball 1. Runner is taking off for second. Pitch is high. Throw down to second, and Hale slides around it as he successfully takes second. That one catches the low corner, strike 3. So for the third straight inning, it ends on a strikeout for Medford. Brookline still holding a slim lead here, moving into the bottom of the third at 3-2. It'll be the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up for Brookline. The 3 outfielders going from left to right, Lou, Hoffman, and Doherty. And we've got a new pitcher on the mound for Medford here. This is number 8, Slow. As he takes over for Hale, it'll simply be a 1-to-1 swap defensively as Hale moves to center field for Medford. So Hale leaves the game. If there are no lead changes the rest of the way, then Hale will be the pitcher on credit for the loss. But just a 1-run difference at the moment. Hale lasts 2 innings. Gives up 3 runs. 2 of them earned, I would say, as... well, actually, probably all 3 earned, as although there was a passed ball involved, the bases would have been loaded regardless by Sawada's walk. And then Hart would have still scored on the wild pitch. So 3 earned runs for Hale in 2 innings. And now Slow takes over. Returning to the plate for Brookline, the left fielder, number 44, Justin Liu. Shows bunt, pulls back as that's ball 1. Slow, a southpaw pitcher. So a very different look for Brookline to get used to after this change on the mound. Liu, of course, returning to the box after he couldn't finish his plate appearance last time, after a runner was thrown out at home plate trying to score on a wild pitch. 1-1 now the count. Liu lifts this one deep out to right field, and it's going to bounce foul for strike 2. And he gets a piece of it, but bounces it foul up the first base line. And he chases that one high and pops it up. Going to stay in the infield, and it's going to be caught by Whitson for out number 1. I think after a couple of foul balls, Liu was just swinging defensively there and ended up chasing what would have been a high ball and ends up popping it up. Now batting the center fielder, number 15, Owen Hoffman. First pitch, high and inside, ball 1. Hoffman, his last time up, he drew a walk. Takes another ball there. 2-0. takes strike one. Swing and a miss, strike two. That one misses, ball three. Hoffman, hard hit through the left gap. It's going to be a single for the Brookline center fielder. That puts a runner on for Brookline. Now batting the right fielder, number 28, Michael Doherty. Doherty, of course, had the big two-run single back in the first inning. First pitch in the zone, strike one. That one comes in way high, and Hoffman thought about taking off, wondering if it had gotten past Duncan, but he did snag it, so it'll simply be ball one. That one catches the zone, strike two. Slow coming in as a southpaw pitcher, and two of the first three batters he faces are lefties. Doherty lifts one out to right field, and it's caught. Lally tracks that one. Hung in the air just a bit too long. Two down, and now up comes the shortstop, number 7, Mayfield-Sheehan. Hoffman, a delayed takeoff, but he is going to take second on the steal. So a runner now in scoring position for Sheehan, but still two down in the inning. Sheehan, his last time up, went down on strikes. Pops this one up. It's being tracked out in left center. Almost a collision course, but it is caught out in left field for out number 3. That's the end of 3 out here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Our score, Brookline 3, Medford North End 2. Nico Hart back on the hill for his 4th inning of work. He's already pitched as many innings today as he has the entire rest of the summer. having lasted through the first 3 innings. Now he'll be facing the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Dyer, Slow, and Mack. First pitch is low for ball 1 to the Medford North End third baseman, number 5, Dyer. And that one's going to come in low for ball 2. Hard hit grounder here, diving catch by Sheehan, but he can't get the throw off in time, and it's everything Rosenblatt can do just to not have it skip past him. Dyer reaching on the infield single. No question about whether that's a hit or an error. That's definitely a base hit. There really wasn't, I mean, if Sheehan had been able to make that play, it would have been an incredible play. I mean, it was amazing that he just got the ball at all and kept it in the infield. So runner at first now. Now batting the pitcher, number 8, Slow. First pitch in there, strike 1. Slow last time up, he flew out to left. That pitch just a bit outside, ball 1. Dyer on first base. Of course, his last time on the base paths, he stole second and later came in to score. This one lifted out to right, and it's caught by Doherty. Throw back to first, skips past Rosenblatt. So they won't get the pickoff at first, but they do get the first out. And they avoid disaster as the throw gets away. Simply be a fly out to right. Now batting the second baseman, number 2, Mack. This one's a grounder over to second, fielded and juggled by Sawada. Still juggled, but manages to pick it up and throw to first and get Mack just barely in time. So a couple of near disasters averted for Brookline as they do get the second out. Dyer moves to second. And now batting is the left fielder, number 18. Who had the big 2-out double to drive in 2 runs his last time up. First pitch, and he slices it. Shallow right field. Sawada's got it for out number 3. No big hit this time from Barca, number 18. As that's going to end the top of the 4th inning. Moving into the bottom of the 4th, still a pretty low-scoring game. Especially by the standards of these Summer League games. We've seen some very high scores throughout this summer season. Brookline has put up at least 9 runs in 6 of their 7 wins so far this season, with, of course, one of their 8 wins coming as a forfeit from Acton Boxborough. So Medford North End so far doing a good job, keeping them at bay. By comparison, in Brookline's 4 losses, including the earlier loss to Medford North End, They've been held to 6 runs or fewer every single time. The Medford North End loss was their highest scoring loss of the summer so far. And in total, they've scored just 14 runs in their 4 losses, as compared to they once scored 14 runs in a game in a win over Newton. Due up for Brookline here in the bottom of the 4th will be the 2 Rosenblatt brothers, Adam and Ben, and then Hart. Starting us off, we have the first baseman, number 17, Adam Rosenblatt, as that one's going to miss for ball 1. So again, another lefty. 3 of the first 5 hitters that this lefty pitcher has faced have been lefty hitters, as conventional wisdom tends to say that lefty pitchers have advantage over lefty hitters and righty pitchers have an advantage over righty hitters, however slight that advantage may be. And of course, that advantage not showing so far in this at-bat, as Adam Rosenblatt has got a 3-0 count to work with. And that's going to be a 4-pitch walk for Adam Rosenblatt to start us off here in the bottom of the 4th. Now batting, the extra hitter, number 19, Ben Rosenblatt. Ben Rosenblatt, his last time up, popped out to second to start the 2nd inning. Now up with a runner at first and nobody out here in the 4th. With that pop out, Rosenblatt now 3 for 11 for the summer so far, with 3 walks, a hit by pitch, a steal, 3 runs, and 3 RBI. As I didn't get a chance to read out his stats his last time at the plate. First pitch is going to catch the low corner for strike 1. That one's going to miss low, ball 1. Rosenblatt hits a dribbler over to short, charging in and taking it as Whitson. Throw to first is in time for out number 1. He does move Adam Rosenblatt into scoring position with the ground out there. Runner at second now. With 1 out, up comes the pitcher, number 34, Nico Hart. Hart, his last time up, was hit by a pitch and later came in to score on a wild pitch. Swings and misses there for strike 1. That wild pitch run, of course, the go-ahead run and the last run scored by either team so far today. Hart still searching for his first base hit of the summer. Takes strike 2 there. Hits one. It's a grounder right to first. The numberless first baseman takes it himself for out number 2. Once again, the ground out does move the runner. Adam Rosenblatt down to third, but Brookline now down to their last out of the inning. Now coming up, the third baseman, number 21, Jimmy DiPaolo. First pitch high for ball 1. DiPaolo, his last time up, he got a single, but was thrown out at home trying to score on a wild pitch. That one is high for ball 2. 2-0, 2 down, runner at third. Brookline trying to add to a slim 1-run advantage. DePaulo laces one, out to left, gonna drop in. Rosenblatt trots home. Welcome back, Jimmy DePaulo. His first game back in a good bit, and he gets a big RBI single there. That was small ball at its finest. A leadoff walk, 2 groundouts to move the runner from first all the way to third. And then a 2-out basic single to left to score the runner. And it looks like we're going to have a change on the mound for Medford as we cycle around to the top of the order for Brookline, I believe. We are going to have a new pitcher. This is going to be number 6. Trying to see if I can see the name. And it's number 6, Lombardo. So slow. Checks out. We'll see if he comes back in the field somewhere, or if Lombardo's simply checking in as a straight-up substitution for slow. Slow pitching 1 2/3 innings, giving up 1 earned run on 2 hits and 1 walk. And Lombardo going to face the top of the Brookline order. Interesting decision. You'd think, maybe you have the guy pitch through the entirety of Brookline's order and maybe sub him out to give the hitters a new look, especially with a lefty hitter coming up and you got a lefty pitcher on the mound. But coach wanted to make a change, and so here's Lombardo facing off against the Brookline second baseman, number 5, Keenan Sawada, as he takes a low ball 1. Sawada so far today 0 for 0. He has walked twice, stolen twice, and scored 1 run. Now up with a runner at first and 2 down here in the bottom of the 4th, his team leading by 2. Hits one, it's over to Mack at second. Throws to first for out number 3. We are through 4 here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Our score through 4, Brookline 4, Medford 2. At this 4th inning intermission, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight. I'd like to tell you about the Brookline Community Foundation. For over 100 years, the Brookline Community Foundation has been a trusted partner, supporting Brookline by investing in organizations and initiatives that help create opportunity and promote equity for everyone who lives, learns, works, and plays in our community. Among the foundation's many grant programs is the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School, which provides graduating BHS students with scholarships to help fund post-secondary education. Not including this year's graduates, there were 81 BHS students that have received scholarships from this fund to help them as they build their futures. Your support is crucial to supporting Brookline youth as they embark on the next steps in their educational journeys. Visit brooklinecommunity.org or call 617-566-4442 to learn more about the BCF Scholarship Fund for Brookline High School and how you can make a difference right here in Brookline. Once again, brooklinecommunity.org or call 617-566-4442. And remember, as always, you can see all the information about our local charity spotlight down in the description section down below. We've got a new pinch hitter for Medford here as he takes ball 1. This is number 10. This is a different Duncan. The first one was J. Duncan. I think this is T. Duncan as he fouls that one off for strike 1. So T. Duncan batting in place of Lally. That one gonna miss, ball 2. That one in there, strike 2. Hart having already thrown more innings today than he has the entire rest of the summer. Brookline's got to be happy to see that, as that one's going to miss low for ball 3. We got a full count now to Duncan. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Caught Duncan chasing to the outside. And it is 1 out as the numberless first baseman steps up to the plate. 0 for 2 so far with a pair of groundouts. First pitch going to miss, ball 1. So having now pitched the requisite 4 innings, Hart is now the pitcher on credit for the win, again assuming there are no lead changes, as this has been a very close game, and that one is going to miss for ball 2. That one is also going to miss for ball 3. That one in there, strike 1. But that one is going to miss. Ball 4. Now coming up, the shortstop, number 23, Whitson. Runner at first, 1 out. First pitch in there, strike 1. Whitson 0 for 2 so far today with a pop out to first and a fly out to left. Slices this one foul, and it's going to go over the backstop for strike 2. This one blocked by Doctoroff, but the runner's going to take off and slide in safe. Down to second on the wild pitch. 1-2 the count. This one is lifted into shallow center, and it's caught by Hoffman for out number 2. Two down now, and up comes the center fielder, number 37, Hale. First pitch, foul tip, strike one. Hale, his last time up, got a single and stole second, but was left stranded. Before that, went down on strikes. So 1 for 2 so far today. That one's going to miss to the outside, ball one. The numberless player at second. 2 down here in the top of the fifth. Doctoroff fakes the pickoff throw. It's simply going to be ball two. This one sliced into shallow left, and it's caught by DePaulo for out number 3. An impressive job Hart is doing on the hill so far for Brookline today. As you take away one big swing by Barca with 2 outs and 2 strikes back in the second inning. And that one swing produced all of the runs that Medford North End has scored today. Literally, if he had missed that one or just not hit it as well, Hart could be working on a shutout so far. But instead, through 5 innings, he's given up 2. Lombardo back on the mound for Medford North End. And for Brookline, it's going to be the 2, 3, 4 hitters, Doctoroff, Liu, and Hoffman coming up. Like I said, Hart's been kind of limited this summer by some elbow issues, but he is looking much, much better today. You know, showing that his arms definitely got a lot of strength back, and more importantly, a lot of that endurance back, as he's now lasted 5 innings after pitching just 3 innings through his last 2 outings. It's a very dark and cloudy day out here at Warren Field today. No rain in the forecast, but very overcast, as they say, as normally it would still be a very bright and sunny time out here even at 7 o'clock, you know, on this, the last day of July. Leading off for Brookline now in the 5th inning, the catcher, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. First pitch in there, strike one. Doctoroff, so far today, he is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-out, as that one misses, ball one. He's coming off a 3 for 3 day against the base last week, where he reached base on all 4 of his plate appearances. Hits a high hopper here over to short, fielded by Whitson, thrown to first, and that's out number 1. So 1 down, and now up comes the left fielder, number 44, Justin Liu. Shows bunt and whiffs, strike one. Liu, his last time up, popped out to short. He is 0 for 1 with a walk, a steal, and a run. Lifts this one high, going to stay in the infield. And Max got it for out number 2. Lou caught chasing high again for another pop out. Now coming up with 2 down and the base is empty, the center fielder, number 15, Owen Hoffman. Hoffman 1 for 1 so far today with a walk and a stolen base. And that one's going to skip in low for ball 1. And Hoffman skies this one deep out to left. Left fielder back at the wall, and he's got it. Got some good lift on the ball, but unfortunately not enough zip on it, as that is going to end the 5th inning. Through 5 here at Warren Field. Our score, Brookline 4, Medford North End 2. Hart returning to the mound for his 6th inning of work. Due up is going to be the 4, 5, 6 hitters, Jay Duncan, Dyer, and Slow. What? Oh, okay. Helpful fan just corrected me as reminded me that Lombardo took over for Slow on the mound, so in fact it'll be Lombardo batting 3rd this inning. This a very uh-oh. We've got a few raindrops out here at Warren Field. I'm under a tree, so I'm hoping that provides, my equipment the coverage it needs, and I'm hoping it doesn't get all that harsh so that we can finish up this game. Only 2 innings left, assuming things don't get tied up. In the meantime, that's ball 1 there to leadoff hitter, the catcher, number 27, Jay Duncan. This one going to miss to the outside for ball 2. It has been a very rainy summer. We've had a number of rainouts throughout this season. But man, I didn't see any rain in the forecast today. As that one's going to miss for ball 3. Jay Duncan, his last time up, he went down on strikes, but this time he's going to take a 4-pitch walk. Leadoff runner on for Medford. And now Brookline coach John Busey out to talk to his pitcher. This might be the end of the day for Hart. He's thrown 5+ innings so far. He's given up 2 earned runs. And it looks like that is going to be the end of the day for Hart. After a very strong pitching performance through the first 5, following a leadoff 4-pitch walk, they decide to pull the plug, and they are going to plug in a new arrival in his first game of the summer. Returning to the Brookline rotation, it is number 18, Tay Toe. Let me see if I can pull up Toe's stats from last summer, since nothing so far for this summer. Last summer, Toe made 3 pitching appearances, just 1 start, had a 1-1 record with 1 save. He pitched 5 1/3 innings, giving up 4 earned runs for an ERA of 5.25. Gave up 4 hits and 6 walks for a whip of 1.88 and had 5 strikeouts. So we'll see what he does here. Rather high pressure situation. Remember, last time these two teams faced off, what really did Brookline in was that they kind of ran out of pitchers. Their starter, Charlie Engelman, got chased off the mound after 5 innings. And they had to bring in Keenan Sawada, who is more regularly used as an infielder rather than a pitcher. And Medford took advantage to score the last runs of that game to get that win 8-6. Toe coming on with a 4-2 lead. The tying run at the plate with nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Gust of wind starting to blow out here at Warren Field. First pitch from Toe comes in high for ball 1 to the third baseman, number 5, Dyer. We've got a timeout called, and now everyone resets. Pitch comes in high for ball 2. Few scattered raindrops still falling out here at Warren. And another pitch high for ball 3. Toe needing to get his pitches under control as he's thrown everything high so far. That one manages to drop down inside the zone for strike 1. And another one in there, strike 2. It's a full count now to Dyer. But that one sails high, and it will be a walk. Toe started to get his pitches under control, but not in time to save that at bat. 2 runners on now, the tying run on first base. And now coming up, the pitcher, number 6, Lombardo. Lombardo, of course, took over for Slow late in the 4th inning. And another one comes in high for ball 1. And he chases that one high and fouls it off for strike 1. Not sure if Lombardo expected that one to curve or something. But that makes the count 1-1. A pickoff attempt at first, but the throw comes in too high. Two and one the count now to Lombardo. That one catches the low corner, strike 2. 2-2 the count to Lombardo. Got another timeout called. Reaches out and lifts this one into shallow center, and it's caught by Sheehan. Good tracking by the Brookline shortstop. Hoffman was trying to slide and lay out for that catch, but ultimately was not needed. Lombardo almost managed to drop one in the bucket for a hit, but instead that will be a big first out get for Toe. Now batting the second baseman, number 2, Mack. First pitch is low, but recovered by Dr. Off. It'll simply be ball 1. Mack, so far today, he has walked and scored, grounded out to second, and now he hits a hard grounder, going to stay in the infield. Fielded by Sheehan, throw to first. Nice scoop by Rosenblatt for out number 2. He does move both runners into scoring position, however. So with 2 outs, the tying runs are in scoring position. Now coming up to the plate, the left fielder, number 18, Barca. Chases that one high for strike 1. Barca, of course, the man responsible for both of Medford's 2 runs, as he had a 2-run, 2-out double back in the second inning. Now here in the 6th, with 2 runners in scoring position, that pitch is going to get away. The runners are going to hold after the favorable ricochet. Off the backstop, it'll simply be ball 1. 1-1 the count. Runners at second and third, 2 down here on the top of the 6th. Brookline leads Medford 4-2. That one comes in high for ball 2. Tato trying to get out of this early jam in his first inning of relief work. Barca trying to be the hero here with 2 down. Slices it, foul, strike 2. Oh, it's a pickoff attempt. Oh, but just barely gets back safe. Toe caught Duncan dancing off the bag at third, tried to go for the pickoff, but the throw was on the wrong side of the bag and couldn't make the tag in time. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Toe gets out of the jam and preserves Brookline's lead. We move into the bottom of the 6th now. Brookline still holding on with the 4-2 advantage. And a lot of big playoff implications on the line here in this contest. With this, the final week of the regular season, Brookline currently tied for 4th place. The standings in this league measured by win total, not by winning percentage. So Brookline tied for 4th with 8 wins at an 8-4 record. They are tied with 8-6 Billerica for 4th place with 16 points each. Of course, Brookline holds the tiebreaker over Billerica, having beaten them on the road previously, but they are scheduled to have a rematch back here in Brookline on Thursday. Brookline trying to move their way up in the standings. I believe in 3rd place is, I want to say, Waltham. But for Medford North End, really big stakes here as Medford North End currently on the outside looking in 9th place with a playoff structure that sends 8 teams to the postseason. Medford with 5 wins at 5-7. They stand just behind Reading Black, which has a 6-4 record. So Brookline with a chance to catch up to Waltham and tie at 9 wins for 3rd place. Of course, that'll depend on if Waltham has a game today. While Medford trying to catch up to Reading Black for the last spot in the playoffs. Due up in the bottom of the 6th for Brookline, it's going to be the 5, 6, 7 hitters, Doherty, Sheehan, and Adam Rosenblatt. Back on the mound for Medford North End is going to be Lombardo. Brookline hoping they can add to this narrow 2-run lead that's led to a number of tight situations late in this one. I mean, the tying run was on second base in that last inning. That's how tight it was. Leading off for Brookline, the right fielder, number 28, Michael Doherty. That one in there, strike 1. Doherty got the scoring started all the way back in the 1st inning with a 2-run single up the right field line. Takes strike 2 there. Doherty flew out to right his last time up. So 1 for 2. Takes high ball 1. High ball 2. That one gonna miss. Ball 3. A full count to Doherty here. And that one's going to miss. Doherty battles his way to a walk after falling behind 0-2. Gets on base. And now batting the shortstop, number 7, Caden Sheehan. Throw back to first, check on Doherty. Sheehan 0 for 2 so far today. He has struck out and flown out. Coming off a top half of the inning where he made a couple of really nice defensive plays to get Brookline their first 2 outs of the inning. Shows bunt, but whiffs on it. But the pitch does get away. And Doherty is going to take second on the wild pitch. That was the zaniest dance off the bag for Doherty. Took off on what he thought was going to be a bunt. Tried to retreat after the bunt whiffed, but then took off again once he realized it was a wild pitch. Sheehan going to lift this one out to left. Barca is under it, and that is out number 1. Now with 1 out and a runner at second, up comes the first baseman, number 17, Adam Rosenblatt. First pitch in there, strike 1. Lombardo showing a bit of like delayed delivery here. Kind of hanging on that back foot for a bit to keep the runner honest. Almost got like that Kershaw kind of delivery where it's like you start to go down, but then your leg hangs in midair as you kind of bob first and then make that actual step forward and throw the pitch. Fitting, considering Medford is wearing Dodgers uniforms today. That pitch going to miss low for ball 2. Rosenblatt, his last time up, he drew a walk and then came in to score on an RBI single by Jimmy DiPaolo. Before that, popped out to short. Timeout called. 2-1, the count to Adam Rosenblatt with 1 out and runner at second. Lifts one out to center. Center fielder right there to make the catch, and that's out number 2. So 2 down, and now batting in place of Ben Rosenblatt will be the pitcher, number 18, Tay Toe. First pitch gets away. Doherty's going to take third on the wild pitch. First at-bat of this summer season for Tay Toe. Last summer, he was a rather effective hitter for Brookline as he fouls that one off for strike 1. Last summer, Toe hit with a slash line of .360 batting average, .500 on base percentage, .480 slugging percentage, had 3 doubles, 6 walks, 1 hit by pitch, 3 stolen bases, 10 runs scored, and 4 RBI. As that one gets away, and ultimately Doherty decides to hold at third after DiPaolo got thrown out at home a couple innings back. You can understand the hesitation. It'll simply be a 2-1 count. That one is going to miss. Ball 3. 3-1, the count to Toe. And that one comes in low for ball 4. Runners at first and third now with 2 down. Now up comes the extra hitter, number 34, Nico Hart. Oh, and the throw gets away! An erroneous pickoff throw, and Doherty's going to trot home. Toe is racing down to third. And he slides in, and the throw gets away again, and Toe thought about taking off, but decides to hold at third. And another throw gets... Okay, this time they... Oh, my goodness. That was a zany sequence there. Lombardo tried to pick off Toe at first, but the throw got away, almost went out of play, but just barely caught the edge of the fence to stay in play. Doherty trots home. Toe decides to hustle down to third. 5-2 now the Brookline lead. As this throw sails high for ball 1. Toe simply going to hold at third. 2 down. Runner at third. Brookline now leads by 3. And in a game this tight, every run is precious. Brief timeout. What's going on? What are they? Are they trying to call Lombardo for? What did they say? Illegal pit? What is going on? That was strange. That was very strange. Big swing and a miss there. Hart caught chasing high for strike one. Hart 0 for 1 so far today with a hit by pitch, a run scored, and a ground out. That one catches the outside corner, strike two. 1-2 now the count to Hart. And that throw misses wildly. But again, Toe holds at third. It'll simply be ball two. That one catches the low corner for strike three. Hart thought he had a low ball, but that will end the inning. Going into the final inning here at Warren Field, the score, Brookline 5, Medford North End 2. Tato back on the mound for Brookline. He'll be facing the 9-1-2 hitters for Medford North End here in the 7th. T. Duncan, the numberless player, and Whitson. Toe trying to get the job done for what would be just the second save of the season for Brookline's pitchers. The only other one was the game at Bill Ricca where Sawada got the save. Leading off, number 10, T. Duncan, first pitch, lifts one, drops just foul, just over the line for strike one. This one skips in low, ball one. Swing and a miss there, strike two. Light drizzle now falling out here at Warren. I am so glad I'm under a tree. This one inside, ball two. Swing and a miss. Catches him with the high heat for out number one. Now batting the jersey numberless first baseman. Last time up, he got a walk. Advanced to second on a wild pitch, but was left stranded. Before that, 2 groundouts. Takes strike one. Toe trying to finish the job out here in the rain. That pitch is low for ball 1. Swing and a miss there, strike 2. That pitch gonna miss just low and inside, ball 2. 2-2 the count. That one's high for ball 3. A full count now. Lifts this one in foul territory. DePaulo under it for out number 2. Brookline 1 out away from securing the win. Last chance for Medford North End is going to be the shortstop, number 23, Whitson. First pitch skips in low for ball 1. I'm like starting to hang my body over my laptop a little bit to see if I can protect it. Again, the tree above me doing a fabulous job up here on the first baseline. As that's 2-0 count to Whitson. Last time up, Whitson flew out to center. Before that, flew out to left. And before that, popped out to first. So he's 0 for 3 so far. That one in there, strike 1. Toe steps off the rubber. 2-1 the count to Whitson. 2 down, bases empty. Brookline up 5-2. And we've got a bit of an extended timeout here. That one's going to miss. Ball 3. 3-1 the count. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. We got a full count with 2 down here in the top of the 7th. He launches this one deep out to left. No one's going to catch up to that one. That's going all the way to the wall. This game's not over yet, folks, as Whitson races down to second with a 2-out double. Now coming up with 2 down and a runner at second. This is the center fielder, number 37, Hale. First pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. Hale, his last time up, popped out to third to end the 5th. This one sails in high. Pickoff attempt at second is not going to be in time. Simply be a 1-1 count. That one in there, strike 3. So Hale 1 for 3 so far today with a single and a stolen base. Now down to his final strike. That one skips away, and Whitson's going to take third on the wild pitch. Two and two now, the count to Hale. Fouls this one off and stays alive at 2 and 2. Toe trying to finish the job and get the save here. His team still leads by 3, but there's a runner at third, and this last out proving not easy to get. In there, strike 3, and Brookline wins. Nico Hart with a strong 5-inning start to secure the win. Tato comes in, gets out of a jam, and shuts the door in the final 2 innings. The final score here at Warren Field, Brookline 5, Medford North End 2. Brookline avenges their earlier loss on the road against Medford with a win here. Improves to 9 and 4 on the season, while Medford North End falls to 5 and 8. With the rain coming down, I don't really feel comfortable doing a full game recap, so I'm just going to say thank you so much for tuning in. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, if you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. Brookline has at least 2 more games scheduled on the docket for this week. There might be some makeup games, I'm not sure, but what I do know is they are scheduled to play at Woburn tomorrow on the road at 5:45. I'll have that coverage as Brookline will try to avenge another earlier season loss against Woburn. And then on Thursday, they are scheduled to wrap up the regular season with a home rematch against Billerica, where they will try to get the better of Billerica once again to close out the regular season. So be sure to stay tuned for those and plenty more. Subscribing to the channel can help. If there's anything you'd like to say and the stream is over, I encourage you to say it in the comment section down below. Go down below to the description section to find out all the information you need about our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Community Foundation. Check out the bottom right corner of your screen for more information about me. The URL to my personal website, jessesports.com. Find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. You can also email me directly with any questions or requests you may have. And you can also follow me on Instagram, where I post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that's going to do it. Brookline 5, Medford North End 2. From Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.